What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing the Premier League preview between Manchester City and Southampton, Etihad Stadium, in the Premier League, Wednesday the 10th of March 2021. It's a 6 PM kickoff time GMT. The game is live on Sky Sports in the United Kingdom. Let's not forget there is going to be no crowd for this game. But before we crack on with this preview, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, you want to help to support my channel, then do subscribe. It is free. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. We're aiming for 16,000 subscribers at the time of recording this video. Now we are less than 300 subscribers away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video and let me know your score and team prediction of this game in the comments below. So without further ado, let's crack on with this preview. In my opinion, this is Manchester City's biggest game of the season so far. Sounds ridiculous that I'm saying that, but what I'm saying is look further ahead. Look at Manchester City's fixture list from now until the end of the season. There's lots, and I mean lots, of really tricky games in that, and so it isn't going to be an easy run-in for Manchester City. And so what I'd say to make life easier for ourselves is the sooner we get back to winning ways, the better. That's what we need to be targeting for, considering we lost our last game against Manchester United at home as well, and it's always particularly difficult to get over a Derby Day defeat. We have no choice but to do that. I look at these next two games: Southampton at home, Fulham away. Two, in my opinion, winnable games for Manchester City. Win them two games puts us in a really strong position to winning back the Premier League, and it makes life easier for ourselves. You're looking at the points, you can't help but think that, 5 wins or so may well be enough for Manchester City to win the Premier League. Well, we've still got 10 games to play. The sooner we can get them 5 wins, the better, in my honest opinion. I do think that 80 points is going to be enough to win the Premier League this season. With the win record that we had in all competitions going along, it's put us in a really good position in the Premier League. And so the defeat to Manchester United, who are in second place, we're 11 points clear of them, it still puts us in a really strong position because of that run. That's what Pep Guardiola was trying to get in his post-match interview against Manchester United. We've put ourselves in a really strong position that we can afford a hiccup here and a hiccup there. But what you don't want is too many hiccups, and Manchester City then really struggling to get going again, and then put that points deficit over 3 or 4 games can easily be reduced from 11 points to, 4 or 5, and then all of a sudden it's squeaky bum time. And looking at City's fixtures that we've got coming up, there's lots of tricky games, so the sooner we get them wins, the better, in my honest opinion. But we do need a definite response to the Manchester United defeat, and the sooner we can get back to winning ways, the better. And I regard this match against Southampton as a winnable game for Manchester City. However, just as simple as it is, we must be clinical in this game. If we want to win this game, we have to put our opportunities away. If we don't, then we're going to struggle in the game. We're going to drop points. We will lose like we did against Manchester United. We will draw. We will fail to score. We must find the back of the net. Be clinical. When things are getting laid on a plate for you, don't put them wide. Don't miss your kicks. Don't put them over the bar. Don't hit them straight into the keeper. The quality that Manchester City have must be found in the back of the net. In my opinion, with the chances that City create, we should always be aiming for minimum. The bare minimum in each game is 2 goals. No matter whom we are playing, must be 2 goals is what we should be aiming for. And if we can play our cards right in this game, and City can score first and look for that killer second goal, if we can get that killer second goal, I'm confident that we can beat our oppositions, Southampton, who I'm going to speak about right now. They're not in the greatest of form. They're struggling a little bit after a good start in the first half of the season, kind of stumbling in the second half of the season. Find themselves in 14th place. They're 7 points clear of the drop zone. I shouldn't even be speaking about Southampton being close to the drop zone, considering after 17 games, they were on 29 points. They should be nowhere near the relegation zone. However, 10 games later, we're talking Southampton's picked up just 4 points in them 10 games. Before their last game, which was against Sheffield United away, which they won, by the way, it was 1 point in 9 games. So, to me, City are at home. This is a game I expect us to win. If we don't, I'm going to be a little bit concerned. Right now, I'm not that concerned that we cannot win the Premier League title. Like I said, though, sooner we get these wins, the better. Couple of winnable games coming up at home and away from home against Southampton and Fulham. Win them games puts us in a really strong position where we can then turn our focus to the Cups, Carabao Cup final, FA Cup quarter final, Champions League last 16 second leg where we need to get a job done and a potential of a quarter final and more. We can start turning our focus to these big games, but we still have a job to do in the Premier League. Drop points in this game against Southampton, drop points at the weekend against Fulham. You mark my words, Leicester and Manchester United, they'll be rubbing their hands at that. City know that after the international break, our next game after Fulham in the Premier League is an away match against Leicester, so they're going to be hot on our tails. We need to keep them at bay, give ourselves a little bit of respite, so to speak. And looking at the fixture list, it is a tricky end to the season for City. Get the wins, get it sorted, then we can rest the players, get the full squad rotation going, and turn our focuses elsewhere. We've done really well to get ourselves into this position. Let's make sure now that we do get the job done, and I'm fully confident that City can get that job done, starting with this game against Southampton, which is why I said, in my opinion, this is the biggest game of the season so far for us. This is where the response is needed. This is where City can put themselves into a very strong position to getting them points back and putting ourselves just that step closer to winning the Premier League trophy back. Every game has to be treated like a cup final. Now, Southampton, Danny Ings picked up an injury, so he is a doubt for this game. He may even be fully out of this game. At the time of recording this video, I've not got too much information on that, but that's a big bonus for City if Danny Ings cannot play. Does that mean that Nathan Redmond and Che Adams may come in and look for a bit of pace, just like what Manchester United did? Perhaps. I looked at Southampton's strongest points, though, and I looked at their defence. They've got some good players. Bednarak, Vestergaard, Bertrand, Walker-Peters. It's a decent defence. Fraser Forster in goal as well. It's good. I think Southampton's going to try and keep this one really tight. And so if Southampton are wanting anything from the game, they're going to need to be clinical. It's going to be a big bonus for them if they can score first. If they don't and City can get on top and find that goal, and find it quick as well, I will add, then that puts us into a very strong position to try and win this game. If we do go one ahead, keep pushing for the second, get that killer 2-goal cushion. If we get a second, push for a third, get a third, push for the fourth, so on, so on. Now for Manchester City, I'm expecting more squad rotation. I'd like to see Foden, Aguero and Bernardo Silva all starting in this game. Manchester City, we missed our precision in the match versus Manchester United, and I think that will help us in starting Foden, Aguero and Bernardo Silva, in helping us just to become that little bit more accurate. We drew a blank against Manchester United. We couldn't break them down. We couldn't score past them. It is a cause for concern for them, so I want us to rectify it in this game. United smacked 9 at home against Southampton. If we can find our feet, I'm confident we can smack Southampton as well and get a few goals if we're feeling like it. But I'm hoping that we can get a response going into this game. I'm wondering if we may see Kyle Walker start as well. I thought when he came on against Manchester United, he looked very sharp. I'd be very tempted to go with Walker starting in this game. Now, my score prediction, I'm going for a narrow Man City win. I think it's not going to be pretty. I don't think it's going to be a very good performance. I've got a sense of like the game in 2017. It's going to be a real nip and tuck game. So I'm going for 2-1 to Manchester City. I'm just hoping that we don't leave it as late as what we did against Southampton in 2017. I'd like to say that I'm confident of City finding 3, 4 or 5, but I'd have to see the starting 11 first to see how I feel about that. Like I said, lots of squad rotation. I'm not sure. I'll take any win though. Any win, 3 points, that's all that matters. Move on to the next game. Doesn't matter if you win the game 1-0 or 10-0. A win is a win. We're in a strong position with goal difference anyway, so it doesn't matter how many we're winning by, just a win. We must win this game. We must respond to the defeat against Manchester United. When we've won 21 games in a row, then we get that first loss. We need to rectify that and get another streak going immediately. Like I said, I want the Premier League won sooner rather than later. I don't want it to be squeaky bum time. I don't want that points difference keep being chipped at. I want it done ASAP. if possible, please. Now, I'm going to pop up my team prediction now for you. I've gone for Ederson in goal. I've gone for Walker at right back and Zinchenko at left back. I was considering going with Cancelo at left back, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him start at left back. I thought Zinchenko had a fairly decent game, particularly in the first half against Manchester United. I saw he was really up for the game, and so going off that, I'm wondering if I'd give him a shot in this game, which is why I put Zinchenko in at left back and give Cancelo a little rest. I thought he was a bit nullified against Manchester United. Might need a break, I don't know. I've gone with Stones and Laporte to start at centre-back to give Dias a little break. That Dias and Stones partnership seems to start finding the goals against them now. We've got a world-class centre-back in Laporte. Get him into the team. I've gone with Rodri, Gundogan and Bernardo Silva. That, to me, is City's most reliable midfield right now. De Bruyne looks out of sorts. He doesn't look match-sharp. He doesn't look match-ready. So bring him off from the bench. Get them minutes up. Get it under his belt. Get him back into full confidence, back into full swing, then put him in the starting 11, rather than just keep starting him and kind of hoping for the best. I've gone with Ferran Torres and Phil Foden. Mahrez and Sterling, I didn't think had very good games against Manchester United. Torres and Foden, fresh to go. Pace as well. Get them on, see what they can do. And I've gone for Aguero up top ahead of Gabriel Jesus, who, again, I didn't think he had a very good game against Manchester United. So, yeah, we've got the squad there to change it. Let's see what can happen. See what Torres, Foden and Aguero can do. So there we go. That has been my match preview for the Southampton game in the Premier League for Manchester City. Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments below, including your score and team prediction for this game. Leave a thumbs up if you did enjoy this video. Subscribe as well if you are new around here. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. Aiming for 16k subscribers, so any help towards that would be much appreciated by me. Don't forget also social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email is also in the description below, and hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries, and I'll see you all again for the next Manchester City video. So I've been JSGC. I hope everyone is safe and well. Thank you everyone for watching. Peace. Ciao for now.